My insecure twin sister refused to invite me to her wedding because she's afraid that I'm going to upstage her. I never thought I'd be writing something like this, but here I am. I'm honestly still in shock. You know how some families have their issues? Jealousies, rivalries, old grudges, but you think you're above all that? Well, I guess I'm not above it. Not when it comes to my twin sister, Chloe. Chloe and I have always been close, despite the typical sibling stuff. We share the same birthday, the same sense of humor, and practically the same taste in music, clothes, and, at least up until recently, life in general. We've gone through everything together. First boyfriends, first cars, high school drama, college decisions. We even moved in together for a while after graduation. We've been inseparable, but somewhere along the line, something shifted. When Chloe got engaged, I was excited. Like, genuinely excited. I mean, we're sisters. Her happiness was my happiness. But ever since she started planning her wedding, things have been off. It started small. She would ask me to help with this or that, and I'd say sure, let me know what you need. But as the days passed, the requests became more demanding. It wasn't about helping anymore. It was about controlling the narrative. The first warning sign came when she asked me not to wear a certain dress I'd been eyeing for months, one I'd already bought for the wedding. I just don't think it's right for the occasion, she said. I didn't press her on it and I figured she had a vision. No big deal. Then, she started making very specific comments about how I styled my hair. Maybe don't wear your hair up. Like, it might distract people from the bride, she said one day when we were at the mall together. I laughed it off, thinking she was just having a moment of wedding stress. I mean, it was her big day. She deserved to feel like a queen. But then it got weird, and I started to feel like I was walking on eggshells around her. This past weekend, it all came crashing down. I had just finished doing some errands for her wedding and was feeling pretty good about it. I'd helped her pick out centerpieces, made a few calls to the florist, and even calmed her down when she was freaking out about seating arrangements. So when she asked me to meet her for coffee, I figured it was just another planning session. But when I sat down, Chloe was acting strange. She was fidgeting with her ring, avoiding eye contact, and then she said it casually, but with a tone that cut deeper than I expected. Look, I've been thinking about the wedding, and I just don't think it's a good idea for you to come, she said. I blinked, not fully processing what she was saying. What do you mean? She sighed, glancing around as if trying to gather her thoughts. I mean, I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but I'm kind of worried you'll, upstage me. I couldn't believe my ears. Chloe, are you serious right now? I said, laughing nervously, as if I had somehow misheard her. She bit her lip, clearly uncomfortable. It's just, every time we go to a family event, all eyes are on you. You always get so much attention. You know how people are, everyone's always asking about you. And honestly, I just don't want that at my wedding. My heart sank. I could feel the anger building in my chest, but I didn't want to snap. Not over something like this. Are you kidding? You're my twin sister. You're my twin sister and we look exactly the same. You're my family. Chloe's eyes started to water, and I could tell she was about to break down, but she kept going. It's just, you're so confident, and you have this way of walking into a room and making everything about you without even trying. I'm terrified that people will end up talking about you more than about me, and I don't know if I can handle that on my wedding day. And there it was. My twin sister, the person I had been through everything with, refused to invite me to her wedding because she was afraid I would overshadow her. I walked out of that cafe without another word, feeling like I was suffocating. How had we gotten here? How had Chloe become so consumed by her own insecurities that she couldn't even trust me to be by her side on one of the biggest days of her life? I spent the rest of the day in a fog, replaying that conversation over and over. The more I thought about it, the more I realized how deep her fear of being overshadowed ran, and I don't know if I'll ever understand it. What happened to the sister I used to know? The one who'd always been my equal, my partner in crime? But what hurts the most is that she didn't just ask me to step back. She chose to shut me out completely. She chose her fear over our bond. And now, as the wedding day draws closer, will she ever realize how much I would have wanted to be there for her? Or is this the end of something I thought would never break?